So, hello, my friends. It's John Peterson from the Arlington Institute, and thanks for being with us here today. We're here to talk about Transition Talks, which is coming up here in the Valentine's Day weekend on the 12th of February here in Berkeley Springs. And our guest is Joni Patry, the well-known Vedic astrologer who comes up to be with us from Dallas, Texas, and she's with us here today to talk a little bit about what we've got coming up. Hi, Joni. Nice to see you again.
My pleasure. So I wanted to tell everyone a little bit about what I'm going to present because we're about to go through another critical change. And I know everyone feels we're on the edge. We're on the brink of something new. And I've been telling everyone, I've been stringing them along for a long time, but by March, I've been predicting that the coronavirus will be in our rear view mirror. So in other words, we'll be able to live with it. Things are going to change. We're going to be starting to get back to a new normal, I'll say. So businesses and things are going to open more, and that's going to feel like a sense of freedom and newness. So even though the month of February, we're feeling pretty oppressed with everything that's going on, well, should I say everything that's going on with the planets, because that's kind of what's giving the sense of kind of gloom and doom, if I could say, between now and February, because Saturn is in a position with the Sun and Pluto. All these planets together cause an intense emotional feeling of what everyone's feeling like we're on the precipice of something huge about to happen. And yes, we are. But let me just say this, that once we get to March, around mid-March, it's going to be amazing because we're going to start feeling different. But here's the real clincher that I'm going to be talking about in this talk, is that Jupiter and Neptune are going to come together. And for those of you that don't know astrology, it is a huge spiritual awakening. And we need it now more than ever on planet Earth. And a lot about this, there's some deep, dark stuff going on. I wanted to bring that up as to what we can be seeing as to why there's a lot of deception. There's a lot that's going on. And spiritually, I mean, it's almost like, if I could put this analogy, the forces of dark and light or good and evil that are going on. And Neptune is this force of the things that are beyond this world, comes together with Jupiter, which is the great benefic, means all good things. But they're going to be at a specific degree and sign that is so meaningful for what we can expect going on in the world. This degree is 29 degrees of Aquarius. Now, remember, I do Vedic astrology, which uses a sidereal system, not the tropical Western. But regardless, this degree conjuncts a major fixed star, only 1 degree, and it's called Merkab. And this is a treacherous star. It means a huge destiny change for the world. And not only that, this Jupiter-Neptune, now, since I do Vedic astrology, some of these terms sound unusual and different, but Vedic astrology is really in tune with the stars, because as the stars move, this is what it takes into account. So the fixed stars are true to Vedic astrology. And actually, they're not fixed, by the way. They're moving, but we still call them fixed stars because their movement is so slow. But to make a long story short, the nakshatra that this is occurring in, the nakshatras are the portions of the zodiac that are relative to the stars, the meanings of the stars, in other words. This nakshatra symbol, this is going to give you meaning of what really is happening. This symbol is a man with 2 faces. Mm-hmm. And what do you think a man with 2 faces is telling us for this enormous transformational conjunction that rarely happens is about to come upon us? What could that mean? I think a lot of you kind of have an idea, but a man with 2 faces, and it's all coming to light. We're seeing, you know, the truth here. I've been talking about that for a long time, but it's going to affect all of us in such a spiritual way. And I think this is meaningful. And I want to talk about the spiritual when we all come together in Berkeley Springs, because this is such an opportunity for spiritual growth for all of us on planet Earth right now. It's like all of a sudden the curtain opens and we get this opportunity. And there's so much that we can be doing. And I'm sure, John, you and I are going to be doing a lot together coming up here. But there's so much that we can be doing to help the planet progress. So
this year is particularly important, Joni, and I'm sure you'd agree with that. That we're literally for hundreds, if not thousands of years of being prepared for the kind of the period that we're approaching here, and the amazing kind of significance of kind of change and opportunity and the emergence of a new world and a new human. And so having some insight into this, being able to look downstream for the next 12 months, which is what we're going to do on the 12th of February, is really quite helpful. Even if it's not absolutely accurate, the notion that it starts to frame alternatives and possibilities and so on gives one a context in which to consider what might be coming your way and how you might prepare for it and so on. And I find that as a futurist particularly important and helpful. Because otherwise you fly blind. And that's why we're so excited about having you with us, is because it gives a perspective, a substantive and, you know, a kind of authoritative, because it's not just pulling stuff out of the air, but it's relationships that are fundamental to the way this whole world and how humanity work. And so we're really looking forward to having you on the 12th here in Berkeley Springs.
Thank you. Thank you. And one more thing, you know, astrology is all about timing. So I'm able to give the timing, and you couldn't have me here at a better time.
Yes.
Because it's all going to start opening March, and then April is the big one that is going to be the spiritual awakening. So we've got a lot to prepare for.
And you're going to talk about the rest of the year, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
And yeah, what's coming downstream.
Yes. September is another turning point. We're going to talk about all these dates and times and what we can do and work together. So I love it.
Well, we had a great time with when you were here last year. And one of the real advantages to this whole COVID business is it is forces all into live streaming and being able to reach out much further than just the local area. Although our little resort town of Berkeley Springs is a wonderful place, and we'll have a good time and have dinner together and such things. So it's going to be a good time. But at the same time, anybody who is watching this who is interested from any place in the world can plug into this live stream. It's available for 2 weeks. You can watch it in bed if you want. You can do anything you'd like. And it'll be an extraordinary kind of opportunity, and we're just really looking forward to it. You can get all the information that you need at transitiontalks.org. And again, it's on the 12th. It's on Valentine's Day weekend, on the 12th of February. Here in the afternoon at 1 o'clock in Berkeley Springs. Berkeley Springs, by the way, is just 100 miles from Washington and Baltimore, so it's easy to get to if you are in the area or want to come into the area. So thanks, Joni. We're really looking forward to this. This is always good fun to have you and Daniel with us, and we're looking forward to it very much.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to it as well.
Thank you.